Yeah.
So hello,
All
it's
right.
your
Hello.
boy Richie Osimiri. I don't know. I don't know what else to add. I don't have an Instagram page. I don't have this one. I don't have that one. But yeah,
What about Eldaricardo?
yeah,
Eldaricardo
Eldaricardo.
call.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Eldaricardo. I'll put it somewhere around. Just below. You see
All
my
right.
my handle. Yeah. So yeah, introduce yourself.
Hello, guys. My name is Precious Uzenyowe Obenemi, but you can just call me Uzenyowe. The short form is OA. And you can follow me on Instagram at SwaggyP or Troshot, which is like my business page, which I used to find weird saying, but now it's like cool. You get what I mean? So, yeah. So Troshot's business page, Precious, SwaggyP, like my normal page. So yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Swagnificent. Sometimes I call you Swagnificent because I know Swaggy P, Swaggy P.
Mm, mm, You know what time it is? Let's roll. So how far now? How has it been? How is summer? How is I mean I know you just got to like, should I say little changes in your life in terms of like job and stuff like that. So how is life? How are you managing everything in life now?
Life just dey go where they go. The weather did very, very hot. Like in the last few days, the weather has been really, really hot. We had for the past, is it 4 or 5 days, we had like this heat wave. I'm sure you've heard about it. Because here in the
Yeah.
UK, people always talk about the weather. So the temperature has just been like in the 30s, 30 degrees Celsius. And the
Okay.
humidity is very high, which makes the weather really, really bad. It's not windy, nothing like you just feel like the weather is so dry and hot, and
Yeah.
you just can't function. Like it's very, very difficult to function with this type
I
of
see.
weather. So, well, everything has just been going okay. I've been trying my best, to serve the Lord, being a good boy, doing my thing and all that. Are you with the very busy now? They see you steady. They post steady for Instagram.
First of all, let me just say that what I expected from content creation in terms of like the effort you put in, right, is and compared to now, oh boy, like it's in the tear my they tear my
Well, no be
scalp.
small thing,
They tear my scalp. Do you know how many times I've told him to at least try to create something? He'll say,
Exactly.
"Boy, no worry.
Exactly. The
I go
same thing way
create
Wumi
something.
they tell
I go
me.
create
Wumi, they
something."
always tell me the same thing. Create something, post
Say,
for oh
I go
boy.
create.
I just know.
Thankfully yesterday, go forest, go find bed.
I swear.
Because as some people have, as me now, I have passion for sports. I think Wumi has passion for maybe filmmaking. He has passion for birds. It's me know that your page against fauna in frames.
Fauna in frames, but I've not really posted there in a very long
Which
time. So
yeah. So
I'll try.
what's holding you back?
Nothing really, because I plan to go to a bird hide, because there are places that you can pay and just wait. I don't know, somehow they attract some species of birds, maybe kingfisher or some types of eagles, or just some different types of birds. They have things in place. So you pay and stay for 24 hours. If you're lucky enough, you see, different types coming there to eat and all that. So you can take very cool photos and videos. But then most of those hides, they're actually booked ahead of time, like in advance. So before you even get a place, you're talking 4 months ahead. So you need to really plan. So I'm planning to do something like that so that I'll get, very good content. Then I'm also planning to maybe travel to some places in the UK that, has very, very good wildlife, this thing, I don't know, population or something, like very good wildlife, diverse wildlife, birds, animals, and things like that. And, maybe post 1 or 2 here and there. You see how that goes. That's one of the main reasons. On the other hand, I feel like I want to also, start doing something on YouTube. But the very difficult part is just trying to figure out what to actually do. Yeah. Very, very difficult. Like,
I mean, I think me, I've given you this suggestion several times. So he has a lot of like camera equipment, right? Everything I have, he has it like 2. Everything I have like 1. He has it 2, so them 3.
Guy, chill.
So calm down.
Calm down,
So
you.
I may have suggested. I think I don't think you really need talents in order to like do this one, because you can just do camera reviews, comparison, DJI maybe RS5 versus RS4. Is there any like, is it worth the upgrade? Blah 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 blah. Depending on what you want, your budget, blah blah blah. I think that kind of content would really suit you, because he knows quite most of the things I know from camera. I kind of like see that from YouTube, or I learned from him. Even about like this audio. I remember the first time we did like that first podcast during the trip that time. I didn't even know about. Then I used to see this recorder. I didn't even know what the recorder was. I just knew like it looked fancy. I was like, why people they carry this recorder everywhere? They waka waka waka. Obviously now I know all of these things mostly through him. So I feel like he has an in-depth knowledge of like a lot of things. So I think that's like a good niche which you can reach out to, which eventually I think I would go into, because like in the next couple of weeks definitely I should start shooting things. But my only concern is I wouldn't want to. I don't know if I feel like it's going to ruin if I start posting that on my Troshot pages, it may probably ruin the rhythm of the page. And my Swaggy P page, I just want it to be like pictures, like really personal stuff, right? So I wouldn't want to include all of those into like the Troshots, or include it into Swaggy P. I think that's the only.
I don't think there's a problem.
Confusion dilemma.
I don't think there should be a problem.
I mean, for you it's not, but I think they're just two separate worlds.
No, see,
Swaggy P is just like.
No, your personal page, yeah, I understand. But Troshot, everything there, since they are all like tech related, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing videos for clients and you're posting there, you're doing pictures, things you do every day. If you're doing tech reviews, you can also post them there. There's really nothing wrong with that.
The thing is, I want Troshot to be like a place where people just come to watch a movie. Let's say you want to come and watch like let's say my sports projects or documentaries or vlogs, tech reviews. I just want it to be tech review. Like I don't want, because if you come now, then you're now scrolling to search. Like I just want when you come, that this one, just like I always talk about Kyle Shako, because Kyle Shako is like, for me, it's one of the best people who do like documentary or whatever. So if
really
you just
talented.
go to his page, like you're going to see. Yeah, he's not going to. You wouldn't go to his page and start seeing. Even if he's going to do like a review, it's going to be in form of a documentary as well. So it's
then you can do something like that now.
Yeah, if I can do something like but it's just that it's going to be more time consuming. It's going to
more
be
time.
Like, obviously require more. Yeah.
But I also go to some pages on Instagram, and when I see how they post their things, I think I don't know what to call it, because I'm not really Instagram savvy. So some people, they make I don't know if I should call it folders, where they post different things and call it different things. So that when someone comes to your page, they will just see everything. Like some people now, let's say, they've traveled to this like 5 different countries now. So when you go to their page, you see Germany.
No, those are just highlights. Those are highlights.
Those are not videos.
Those are highlights, yeah.
Okay.
Like you just say you post this story there, you can now organize it like into like different collections and categories and stuff like that.
Say me.
Yeah. So
we don't
Instagram, you don't need to use all this. Instagram doesn't have that feature. YouTube has that feature which you can go and find like playlists. You see like this one documentaries, this one
something like playlist, exactly.
Whatever. Yeah, but even right now I'm not really exploring YouTube, because it's like the consistency you need for YouTube, I don't think I have it now. Like I'm trying to focus more on like building not just Instagram, but like having a community first of all. Then from the community, then we can now like say, okay, build Instagram, then maybe go over to YouTube, because really posting stuff sometimes they tire me, man.
That's
true.
Posting
the creative part.
It's indeed very tiring sometimes. And you were talking about me doing reviews and all that, before we got into this. One reason why, it's something that I always think about, but one reason why I haven't really, taken it seriously or started doing it, is that I feel like the whole review market is saturated. There are too many reviews. I would like to do my own differently. I would like to my own to be unique, but I've not really. I feel like I need more resources for that, in terms of space and a dedicated place, to actually do those kind of things. Maybe make my studio very unique, because you need, if there are too many videos about a particular thing, you will need to be very, very different for people to actually, for you to get people's attention. Because these days now, Omo.
But you know, when people tell me about this saturation thing, I always say like it's just like photography now. You know, plenty of people who photography die. Videography, there's no niche right now where you will not find a lot of people. There's
That one
really,
dey.
if you think
That one
actually think
dey.
about it,
That one day.
And if you talk of space, I don't call your hands before now. You get studio already. Now just you never convert them yet.
Yeah, that one day, boy. Life did too.
You never convert them.
Life did too busy, man. That's another thing.
Like I feel
like, to be honest,
that's.
I just get too many excuses. I'm not supposed to get all these excuses.
I just excuse at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you start and maybe you see a positive reaction, maybe to like encourage you to like
encourage me, yeah.
Because the main thing is there may be so many people in that let's say in that niche, but the thing is you now your own. There are like specific people who haven't seen those other people, and you would be the person who they would be looking up to, and then from you now they could like broaden their horizon and stuff like that. So it's just like for me, most of the people like what's his name? Kashako is already, he's not very popular, but he's okay. I don't think he has up to like 300,000 followers on Instagram, right? But a lot of people who know me probably do not know him. So in Nigeria, in my own Port Harcourt now, like let's say in maybe the area where I live, let's say people know me as okay, this guy that does this kind of thing. If you go to JRA, maybe they might know someone else. If you go to like maybe Oginiba, I don't know, anywhere. I know they call places and even here in this. But so yeah, that's it.
Yeah, see, I wanted to ask, now I know say some people that are watching this, they are likely to they are likely to be interested in going into videography and photography.
Yeah.
Name 3 or give 3 most important gears that you will not leave your house without. I mean, apart from your camera, camera is for sure. But then when it comes to accessories and things like that, or just give advice on things that you feel like people should buy first before any other thing.
So I think in terms of I'll speak on videography first because I'm more of a videography person than photography. So for videography, obviously the camera, the lens. If I was to advise you to get one lens,
one lens. Which focal length? Which focal length? And
50 f1.2. What are you saying?
Seriously? No, now we done.
Look, do you know why?
Okay, give your reason.
As a starter, most starters want to get that blur. They want to get that compression in their images.
Would you advise any starter to actually be chasing blur?
As a starter, for you to have self-confidence,
to be chasing bokeh.
Chase bokeh. As a starter, to get self-confidence, because I remember when I got my first camera. Jesus Christi.
I won't really advise that too.
No, the thing is, I feel like, but it's my personal opinion, because for people it may be different. But the reason I say so is because 50 can literally, when you are lacking that confidence, 50 can just give you that confidence. It's not like me now, who I like 50, but I know how to maneuver my way around it. Like, not necessarily need it. At the end of the day, it's the story that you want to tell that determines, right? But for somebody who is starting, who you need people to come and be like, oh boy, see the blur, like see the bokeh, that kind of thing. I'll just go for 50. But if you have 2470, which I'm using right now,
that's what I wanted to see. Like the first lens,
you really like 2470.
It's not about me liking it. Like 2470, that focal length. I know that prime lenses are also very, very good. Like they are really sharp.
Yeah.
But then for a starter, you need to go for a zoom lens, because you can use it for different things. Different situations, different scenarios. It's very, very versatile. So I feel like the first lens everyone should aim to get is 2470. When you get 2470, I mean, if you can afford that, if you can afford 2470 2.8, that's fine. I mean, if you can't afford 2470, maybe you can get 105, but it usually comes in f4.
F4.
Although there's an ROF 24, I think 24105 now.
No, it's 28. I think. Oh, okay, no, that one I think it's 2870 f2.0. I think
2870. Yeah, there's 2870, but that one is very expensive now and very heavy too.
Yeah.
But there's now 24105 f2.8, because Canon used to
Okay.
only make. I'm talking about Canon actually, but because we both shoot Canon. So Canon used to make 2470 all f4s, but now for the RF version, I think they released 24105 f4s. But now
F4s.
they've released the 2.8 version. But I won't even advise anyone starting to except you have you're buoyant enough, you can get an
Yeah.
RF camera, like a mirrorless camera. You can always start with the older ones, like the EF cameras and EF lenses, the non-mirrorless. Yeah. So
All right.
if you can't get 2470 f2.8, get 24105 f4. Might not be good for indoors due to low light situations.
Low light situation. Yeah.
Yes. Before you start
All right,
considering
so
50, 1.2
50.
and things like that.
Honestly, I know why. For me, I would just say 50 because I started with 50. Maybe that's why I have a special place in my heart for 50.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
That's
I know
true. You are 50.
Yeah, yeah, I'm 50.
I
Like,
swear.
and I know how much it helps because sometimes the thing with 2470. Sometimes when I'm shooting, I don't get enough bokeh, and not like and nowadays I don't really chase bokeh. Funny enough, but at the same time, there's a particular thing I'm looking for, which I know with the 50 I'll just get it quickly. The only problem is with the 50, if you're working within like a limited space, it could be a problem because now you're like in a tight space. But if you have space, brother, just go for the 50, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
That's after you've
I think
gotten 2470. Then you can go for
choose the I go choose the person I advise when I want to listen to either I
listen to my advice. So, because if you go anywhere, go ask all YouTubers, all content creators and things like that. Most people, their lens, they usually go for 2470. It's too versatile.
Yeah, I think those people who want to do like, especially people who want to do like photography and videography, but people who want to do just videography. Like me, I was speaking on the point of, remember I said videography. I'm speaking more from the videography aspects.
I mean, see, even the 50 you're talking about, there's even 50 inside the 2470. It's just that it's 2.8.
I know they this. You know they this. You know the difference for
which difference?
I don't do. Hey, I don't do. Even difference plenty.
See, even
those two.
Even
difference plenty die.
No.
So that's like I know how my 50 used to look like now. Like it's, you hear me?
I did hear you.
Okay, I know how my 50 used to look like compared to this 24/7 because I used it for a lot. I think I used it for about 1 year now. Exactly about 1 year, I think. Exactly about 1 year before I changed to 24/7. So yeah. But anyways, going back to your question of like, so for videography, 3 things. First of all, it depends on where you're going to. Obviously, the camera. Let's just say the camera and the lens is 1. Number 2, ND filter, obviously, because of if you're shooting outside, depending on where you're shooting, but like
ND
just to be safe, just go with an ND filter. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3, I don't think you really need anything else. Maybe a microphone. I don't think you need too much. The camera, as long as you have an ND filter, you can go outside, stay inside. Microphone, okay, obviously it's like just for good audio. I think those are the 3 things. Camera.
I think you're forgetting some things. What about the tripod? Don't you feel like that's essential?
Oh, it's essential because your hand will tire at some point.
Exactly.
Honestly. Sometimes you just want to get at a tripod. So okay, let me say camera lens. That's 1. ND filter. I'll still go with microphone.
Microphone. Yeah, no, see, microphone, of course. That's if you're going into videography.
Yeah.
It just depends.
But for photography, I would say camera lens, a reflector, and just 1 light.
I won't go with reflector. I'll go with a flash.
I mean, yeah. But the reason why I said reflector, that's why I say reflector and 1 light. And the light is not even like a flash. It could be like a steady light, but just to have
steady light. Okay, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
A light can also serve as a flash, depending on how creative you are. That's true. That's very true.
Depending on how creative you are, yeah. So if you can use the reflector very well, and you have like someone assisting you, bro, like you'll be good. Like you won't even have any problems there. So for me, I think those are the 3. So okay, my question to you is, I think we probably started doing this whole camera thing as like a business about the same period, right? So how would you say, compared to when you started and now, how has your approach to it changed? Like your experiences with like clients and all of those things. How has it changed over time? Like over the past, has it been up to a year?
I
Let's just
think
give or take 1 year.
maybe 1 year. And now in terms of hey, that's one thing I wanted to also talk about, clients and how they behave. I've not really started doing, business, business, because
Yeah.
obviously I can't do, any other business at the moment. But then I've
Yeah.
had, one or two occasions or situations where I went to help someone else, shoot one
Yeah.
or two what's it called, events and
Photos or
things like that.
something. Yeah.
I feel like it's been okay. I've been learning a lot, in the process. I've been learning, my weaknesses. Things, it's different when you actually do it, compared to when you think about it. In your head, you're thinking, oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot this thing like this. I'm going to do this one like this. Oh boy, but when you get there, you have to really, you have to be adapting and changing things, because
Very,
a lot of things, a lot of things will change. Oh, you realize that you just
yeah.
forgot one small thing, or the light in this room is not
Yeah.
this one. And
It's
if
not
you see
yeah.
it, one small thing,
Doomsday
if you forget one small thing, that thing
can
fit
change the
spoil
whole
the
thing.
whole shoot. Fit spoil the
I'm telling you.
whole, like everything.
Let's say you forget an extra you don't go with a V mount battery, for example, and you're
Just
shooting
go
for a
back
long
home
time.
now. Just
Even
go back home.
you just go, no need to just
No
refund. just refund their
No
money. Then they
need.
say, refund them, still pay them. Like when you after refunding, then you still like pay them and tell them sorry, because there's no need, because
I
your battery
swear.
will die. You cannot be charging for because the battery usually takes a very long time to charge.
I swear.
So yeah,
And yes, I've really, really been learning. Just like every other thing. I mean, when you do it, the more you do it, the more you learn things about the process. You learn how to get better, how to do it better the next time. Maybe you probably did not know how to get a good exposure. So from your experience,
yeah,
you learn from it, and you improve. And one thing I've realized is that most of the people we even see online that feels like they are really, really professional, they know what they are doing, and they don't really, most times, I mean, basically everyone will have the basic knowledge of how to operate camera and understand the exposure triangle and things like that. But then everything just depends on that day. You just have to you need to come with a plan, but that your plan most times not to just throw on one side. And when you reach there, you go know.
Let me ask you this question. So, which equipment do you often see people with?
Gimba, nah. No, but Gimba did this thing. Gimba is important.
No, but wait, just wait. So, if let's say, usually, like when you go to like certain events and you see people just carry like heavy things, what are those things that when you see, you're just like, bro, like, come on, bro, like,
I mean,
it's the alpha for you.
At the end of the day, maybe mostly gimbal, but I feel like gimbal is also important depending on the scenario and depending on your preference. If you're someone that you like shooting handheld, then that's fine. If you like shooting tripod, that's fine. If you like shooting gimbal, that's okay.
That's fine. The funny thing is, when I think I got a gimbal in 2023 or 2024, bro, I nearly crazed for house. Happiness and Gladys.
Happiness and
At
Gladys.
the road. Bro, the whole night I was like, oh, I like this stuff. Like, but the thing was, after I saw the gimbal, I have not even had. So I realized I barely had any use for the gimbal, except for when I went to do on sports commercial like that. Apart from that, like, I never really had any use for the gimbal, because personally I don't like when things are too smooth. It's just like, bro. I like a bit of like shakiness inside of the video, so it has that really natural feel to it.
Yeah, exactly.
But when there's the gimbal there, it's just too smooth, and I find it. This is weird, but I find it irritating. Like, why is it just smooth like that? I mean, because even in cinema is not so smooth. There's still, like, especially when people are moving, most of the time you can still feel. I mean, they're still not like. Okay, they have all those roller blades or whatever that they normally use, but they still put it on their shoulder to still be able to, create some form of like shakiness inside of the clip. So So for me, I feel gimbal. I mean, sometimes it's, I mean, at the end of the day, everything is useful. It just
Exactly,
depends.
exactly.
At the end
See,
of the day, to be honest, everything is actually useful.
gimbals, they have their own use. Like just like you mentioned, like it just depends on what you want to do. There are some
Yeah.
situations where you need all those very, very cinematic, as they call them. That word is overused. Cinematic, shots.
Cinematic.
Where it has to be
My
very
God.
slow, smooth, and buttery and all that. So you can use a
Yeah.
gimbal for that, and it will really, 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 really be useful. Like it will really come in handy. But then there are situations, run and gun situations where you just need to be fast, moving. I need all that,
Yeah.
natural shake and all that. Then
Gimbal is
then you can use your handheld. If you
yeah.
have a good
And
image stabilizer, yeah.
so another thing, usually I get this question a lot, and probably you'll be the best person to answer the question.
Me.
So a lot of
Oh yeah.
yes. So a lot of I usually get this question where people ask me, "Oh, like I just want something not too expensive, something I can just use to take nice pictures, blah 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 blah." So can you give them the answer to that? What would you suggest in terms of like something we know did too much, did too less, it just did like, but it can give you something smooth,
Hybrid
something nice.
camera too.
Yeah, hybrid. Yeah, hybrid. And mostly women they ask for this thing because
Okay.
men, I don't know what's been a problem, and I know they like the dual pictures or anything like that. So what would be your advice to those people?
I mean, it depends on the brand. If you're going for Canon, which Canon camera can
G7, I think
maybe
a lot of the research they do is for G7X.
Yeah, maybe G7. What I'll say is, if you're doing it just for content, not like professionally, maybe you want to use to make videos, very nice videos, and maybe take photos too. You should get a camera that has an inbuilt lens, because if you get one, that's if you're trying to save cost too. Because if you get one that those detachable lenses, you will find out that the camera price is on this side, the price of the lens on the other side, and they will really, really be expensive.
Guy,
yes,
it will come to you as a shocker, because when I bought, I remember when I was buying the camera, I did for the website. I'd be like, that first time when I did check this thing, I thought I can buy that. Which one? What's me that now? 7D.
7D.
Why camera? I buy camera, I go buy lens again. Like,
so
I go still go buy light. I go buy this, buy extra battery. You buy memory card. Bro, when you get into this thing, like, just get ready, because the buying never stops for
I
real.
swear.
So, first of all, you
God.
buy the camera. They'll tell you it's the camera body. You buy the camera body alone. Then you have to buy the lens. Depending on the camera you're using, like for me now, I'm using an EF lens. You have to buy an adapter. Then you have to buy extra battery, or you buy a V-mount battery. You have to buy a memory card. And these things will be so good, they bust your brain. Like, why are these things? I don't buy camera.
I just starter, so I just busy.
I tell you, you never even talk about light. See, let me tell you.
This one's not just things where you just
yeah. And when you even start buying the lights, some of the those high-end lights, they come with stand though. You still have to buy the heavy duty stand or whatever. Now the stands, they have different
they have different types.
You buy C-stand. You buy this one. You buy the reflector stand. Like, there's just so many. Then the magic arm, there's those macro filters. There's so many things to buy. So if you want something that's just like, I think the G7X or this ZVE, I think it's either ZVE 10 or ZVE 1, one of them.
ZVE
cool.
10.
There's one
that's for Sony now.
Yeah, for Sony. Yeah. Sony ZVE 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I think those ZVE 10s. Yeah, Sony is actually good when it comes to those, because I can't really think of any Canon camera. Maybe RU50. RU50 is also good.
RU50. But it will require you to start buying lenses.
Buying lenses, that's the thing. Yes, but ZVE 10 ZVE 10 you also need lens now.
No, that's why there's one of them that you actually do not need. I think there's one of them that comes like
now
inbuilt, one of those Sony cameras. I don't know I don't know. I'm not sure if it's ZVE 10, but I know there's one of them that usually.
To be honest, I don't really know cameras that come with lenses. I don't really know them that much. I only know most of the ones that the lenses, so you can detach. But those are the kind of cameras that I would advise, for someone to do research on. Watch a lot of videos, watch YouTube, watch reviews. Don't watch those YouTube content creators, especially on the first day of release of those, because they will always tell you that those cameras are the best things ever. Don't listen to them.
It's the
Don't
best
listen to
things in
them.
sliced bread.
Yes.
So also, have you used have you by any chance had the opportunity to use this Osmo Pocket 3 or 4 or 5? I think it's up to
No,
like
no,
6
no,
now.
no, no.
I
But
get personal beef. I get
beef.
personal beef. It's, I
No,
feel like I've not seen anyone who has an Osmo Pocket that had like a good review from me.
seriously.
Because usually, I tell you, like, when I see people buy that camera, initially when I saw it the first time, it was really nice. I was like, cool. So I expected, or maybe because, I don't know, maybe the way I used it that way. Because another thing is people maybe do not know how to use it.
That's
And they're
another
always so
thing.
quick to like keep their settings in 4K. So another thing is 4K doesn't really determine the clarity of your video per se. 4K is mostly if you want to zoom in, like so that it will still regain that, have that sharpness. So most times people just set it on 4K and the file is so large. It's like 1 minute clip
Yeah.
and it's like 4 gigabyte because it's on 4K.
Hmm.
And then I'm still going to say most time the way people use it for the purpose which it was made for, which is like run and gun, like quick. iPhones are way better than Osmo Pockets. From
I
the
guess.
clips I have seen, like I've not seen any clip from in terms of like run and gun, like just because the reason why people buy it because it's handy. You can just bring it anywhere. It doesn't feel weird because it's small, so you don't have like a lot of attention on you. Blah 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 blah. The iPhone takes way better pictures than that one. Right? Even I have a friend who, in fact, the first person who I saw with it was one of my friend, Kwafi. So when he got it that time, it was really nice. But recently he was telling me that he made a clip with the Osmo Pocket and then he made a clip with his iPhone. And he was telling me that he doesn't even understand why the Osmo Pocket is not like,
Yeah.
I mean, no difference. The Osmo Pocket was just so dark. He wasn't giving him anything.
Because
but the
maybe,
iPhone was
maybe
actually
his
giving him what
settings
he
now.
saw.
Maybe his settings now.
No, apart from that's the thing. Like even apart from the settings, it is never like I've never seen that thing produce good clip, better than an iPhone.
Well, at the end of the day,
I think
you should wait. One thing, iPhone,
Yeah.
most of their codec, like they use ProRes.
Yeah.
So I think ProRes is a very, very good file format. It's really the compression is really good. Although it has very big large files, but the quality, the picture quality, like this thing is very, very good. So those like Osmo Pocket now, they don't have the proprietary license, or I don't know how the whole thing is done. But I don't think they can also use ProRes. I think most of them are either H.264 and H.265 or whatever. So if you, from my experience from ProRes, I know that one ProRes, the picture quality is really good. So you can't. That's one reason. Another reason is those very tiny sensors that they put in those cameras. They are not really good.
Yeah, they're very, very small. So
very small.
Even the one on the iPhones is still small, but the iPhone is like you really don't need that.
Yeah.
Just use your iPhone, honestly, because the difference for the iPhone, because a lot of you wouldn't eventually go to the computer to do all this like editing, color grading, whatever. The iPhone just gives you what you want, and it's giving you like the colors you're seeing. So you can just take it like that. But the other one is going to stress. It's going to stress you, and please reduce that 4K to 1080 full HD. I think on a beg on a and the colors are always never reach. It vex me because it is like the price is like $600, $700 or pounds.
I've seen people use those cameras and they get very good results. It just depends on your setting. And those cameras too. What another thing I think is that people just buy them for trend. They just feel like,
it's fun. Yeah,
I know someone using this camera. Let me just buy it. It looks cool. It looks this and that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
you know what I haven't realized recently? I no longer see people using AirPods Max. That's the name of it. That big.
It wasn't really everywhere. It was just.
In Nigeria, or maybe it was a fake. They were fake ones.
Yes, that's the thing.
Literally every. But now I think it was 3 days ago.
There are lots of fakes. That's another thing. That's one thing you should know.
Because there was one time I was like, though the sound is good, because like I tried it one time and I could tell you that the sound. First of all, the noise cancellation is better than that of the one in Beats. Like whenever I listen to music, I like to hear that bass or bass, whichever one, and it's like the sound is very good. So I'm actually surprised. Yeah, people were going for it, but I think the price was also like an issue because I think it was about 400 or 500 pounds when I checked it one time like that, and Beats was like 300 pounds at that time. So, but for Beats, I think I would still recommend beats. So in terms of trendy, whatever. So I think it's the same thing that was happening with this DJI. So a lot of people just saw it looks fancy, and then they just, the idea of like I have to edit, they forgot about that part. It just went out the window and they just bought it, and then now they buy it and now they're like, why are the pictures like this? So just use your iPhone. Sell it.
See,
you can sell it.
I won't really
money.
say if you know what you're doing with the
Yeah.
those, you can get them. If you have the money, you can
Yeah.
get them. Using your phone.
Sorry to.
Yeah.
I was going to say I feel like the only time you can get good images, I feel like the DJI is more like a camera, like more like this hybrid setup. Like for you to get good images, you actually have to set lights and stuff to get good images.
No, those
So
those.
if it's for that run and gun. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Run and gun like outside, doing vlogging basically. You can get those cameras. They are really good. Your phone, for me, personally, this is what I think. Your phone is your phone, and I wouldn't want to lose my phone. When I'm doing like vlogging outside or something. I have a lot of information there, but I also wouldn't want to spend a lot of money to get one camera that my phone.
Okay, I'll be struggling with too.
Struggling with and all that. Yeah. So what I would say is, if you know what you're doing, you can get it and just try it out and see if you know especially if you know someone that has it, check it out first.
Check it out first
and see if it's something you like. If it's something you feel like you can use. You can also use your phone if you feel like you can, you want to use your phone. That's still fine. The one I have is actually this Osmo Action 4. There's Osmo Action 6 now, but I don't really see any difference. So mine is also underused. I don't use it very much, and it still gives me, from the videos I saw, I'm still getting almost the same thing. So waiting with the difference. How did they talk about Kakaya
Resting said, you want the carry and swim? You want to go underwater with?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you can use it for things like swimming, cool. Like at least that's just because your phone. I don't think you want to risk it.
Yeah,
but
because
if you cannot, it has to be like there has to be something special about it.
No,
for you
don't use your
to
phone.
Want to buy those cameras.
Don't use your phone.
To want to buy those kind of cameras. Otherwise, I feel like you just end up spending your money.
I've forgotten how far you can go. I don't know how many meters. But then even with that, even if I want to use it for swimming, I won't really use the camera itself. I'll put it in another case
in
again.
A cage, maybe
in
like
a cage,
bag.
to protect it too. Like a swim. They have these tiny cages for water. Yeah. So I wouldn't want, and I don't really want to buy any of those things again. This one I have now, I'll use it for years. It's giving me exactly what I want. That's another advice I want to advise. See, these companies, they are really, really using our head. Or more, they use our head. People, they don't
use my own head.
People, me, I don't hear the other tire. God. See, on IB, they will bring out this camera now. Next 1-2 years, they will just do one small nonsense.
It's just like iPhone, just like Apple iPhones. They'll change one small thing.
One small thing.
I think nothing pissed me off more than, I think it was iPhone 16 when they released the iPhone 16, and then they said, oh, now there's a shutter button, and they're like, wow, magnificent.
Like,
I just did watch this thing, like I say, what's it the happen for you?
the careless phone that they use now, this 16 Pro Max.
Oh,
I never used that shutter button. Like one day.
I don't understand how, because the main idea was to make things easier, like make it a bit more minimalistic, blah blah blah. But now if you want to send something, we have gone past the era or the time of using infrared, right? Now they say bring the phones closer. Now if you want to send something with the new update, you have to even put like a pin.
They are just recycling. They are just recycling
like what
technology.
What do they do? Do you understand? So for me, like I'm still using an iPhone 13, right? And I really not I barely take pictures with the phone, because I mostly use the cameras if I want to do something like serious. So, but then it depends on whoever is using it. But my advice is, if you're using like an iPhone 14, 15, 16, there's really no need, unless it's overheating.
This one now, I just plan to use it for as long as maybe I can. I'll really, really use it before I actually consider maybe changing it or something. There is no need, because most of the things I do with my phone, to be honest, screenshot.
Honestly,
screenshot information.
Besides scrolling on Instagram, let's say checking on YouTube.
I was
There's
checking.
really nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe go online and check a few things. Maybe send 1 or 2 emails, reply emails.
Don't
What
let these people
else?
deceive you, bro. Don't let
Don't
these people
listen to
deceive
them.
you at
You know,
all. Like,
most
it's no
times
use.
you
Save
keep
your money.
buying and buying and buying, and you realize
And
that
you just you will
you're
never
wasting your
stop
money.
because the next year a new one is coming. It's even better for PlayStation because PlayStation, I think they release. Let's say for PlayStation, they release like a new console maybe after every 4 or 5 years, I think.
Because
So,
the
you know, like,
technology, yeah.
technology is massive. It's crazy. So, but
But
for phones,
it's
they just
supposed to
change one little
be
thing.
the same thing with phones, because they, the thing is that human beings are
What
just
are you changing
stupid.
within 1 year?
Yes, human beings are stupid.
What
Now
are you
they've noticed
changing?
that no matter, just change and then create some kind of system to show that, okay, yeah, mine is better than yours. I don't know how to, when people see that, okay, if I'm using an orange phone, it means that I'm better than you. If I'm using a phone with 3 cameras or 4 cameras, that's how to identify that, okay, yeah, I can actually afford things. I can buy this, I can buy that. I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than these people. I'm bigger than that. Those people creating Apple, all of them, they know these things. So they know how to, which word will I use? To use, they know the psychology.
With a new feature.
Yeah, they know the psychology behind
like,
these things.
Attracting you to it.
Yes. And then they use it, against people. I would say against, because that's what they are doing. And people are just too stupid to actually understand these things. So they just keep consuming and consuming and buying and consuming. So, but that's by the way. Now, in terms of camera gear, just buy what you know that will give you what you want and stay with it. If it's giving you what you want, don't change it. There's actually,
you don't need to change it. Like me,
there's no need.
Like, for you now, which camera do you have in mind for the future? Because everybody already knows mine. For me, it's Blackmagic, and the reason I want Blackmagic is because it's a huge upgrade from, especially the color science. Like, I love the colors from Blackmagic. I think they give you like really sense, and it's cheap, like compared to like its contemporaries. Like, it's quite cheap, though you still have to do a lot of things. But like the colors are fantastic. So, but for you, what would you say? What's your next buy if you wanted to get a new camera?
Yeah, the thing is, if I remember correctly, I started with Canon 600D. But then I remember one time I was speaking with this guy. What's his name? Aji. So he was telling me about Sony. Oh, that Sony is actually a very good brand. I should try it and blah blah blah. So I now decided to go to Sony. Sony was really, really good. So that's it. Sony is actually really good. I mean, there's no difference between all the brands now. They all produce very great cameras. But then I came back to Canon. But now I am considering going back to Sony. So I'm arriving somewhere because Sony is releasing this new camera. I think it should be next week on the 21st or 27th or there about 26th. FX5. Now, this camera is rumored to have open gate and internal 32-bit float recording. And the new Bionic, they call it Bionic whatever sensor. Like, it's just because FX3 was just too good, or FX3 is still just too good. So I am considering FX5, and one of the main reasons is because Canon is still, their mount is closed. You cannot buy, you cannot use any other like very decent, very good lenses apart from Canon lenses. You cannot use Sigma or Tamron. You cannot use third-party lenses, which I hate so much. I want to have the option of using, if I say, oh, I want to use Canon lenses, fine. I should make that decision myself. If I say, okay, I just want to stick with RF lenses, fine. But let that option be there. Now, when it comes to Canon, if I decide to stay with Canon, the next camera I'm thinking of buying, in terms of only video, is Canon C400.
Ali Bragadouche. They be healing upon this house.
Bragadouche. But I'm going to, if I have to do it, I will have to sell my R5C. R5C is a very, very good camera. One reason I like it is the perfect hybrid camera. It's Netflix approved. Even the C400 is also Netflix approved. So they are very, very good cameras. But then, course, it has better features. It's more recent than R5C. It has XLRO, like XLR recording. It has almost it. I think it even has Open Gate now. The new software, the new firmware, this thing they did. I think it has. I'm not really sure. Yeah, firmware update. I'm not really sure. So I'm thinking of R5C plus my Canon R5 Mark II. If you combine those two, perfect. Like R5 Mark II photography. So what about you? If you were to upgrade to 2 cameras today, which one will you buy?
The funny thing is, if I was to upgrade to 2 cameras, both of them would be like video-centric cameras because I really would just leave photography. I was like, I just do photography. I do photography for I feel like I don't want to say for the fun of it. Now my friends push me because they cannot just see you with the camera. They tell you they don't see you with camera. They could just be like, snap me eventually. Because I was mostly like just doing videos. I mean, I could take pictures as well, but not as much as I know now, right? So now I could take like pictures as well. But if I was going to get like 2 cameras specifically, the first one is definitely Blackmagic, and then the second one.
Which Blackmagic now?
Sony.
Is it 6K full frame or Pixies?
Yeah.
Pixies. Is it Pixies 6K
Okay, let's just
or
say
12K? First of all, if it's Pixies.
No, I know the guy 12K do anything. Let me say
See,
Blackmagic.
I don't see reviews. That 12K, it did better than the 6K. If not something people can afford, better to go for the 12K. In terms of picture quality and
they just me then go rest. I know that 12K I go barely see that particular 12K. You know the kind of memory we go see your memory card go just be full anyhow. But the thing is, I think I'll just go. So it will be definitely between Blackmagic cinema camera, like the cinema camera full frame. There's a smaller body and then the Pixies, right? Because they are the same sensor. Most of the features are the same. Almost everything is the same. Then the second one would be the Sony FX9.
FX9. Oh, FX9 expensive.
Now, the reason I'll get the FX9 is not because it has better video quality compared to the Blackmagic, because I've seen a lot of comparison, and the Blackmagic always comes out. I don't even know how they did that Blackmagic. It's just mad. The skin tone is like ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I go for skin tone because skin tone is everything. Like if you can get good skin tone, you can get like good colors any other place. Because the FX9 always has this like a bit of magenta. You may not necessarily see it the ordinary eye, but when I'm editing, I probably see it magenta. But the reason I will get the FX9 is because it definitely comes with like an autofocus. Because at some points you're going to need especially for run and gun, you need that autofocus. So it's going to be heavy, right? And it's going to have some modern features, blah blah blah. The Blackmagic is just a cinema camera. Most things are like, especially when you have to do all those manual things, it can be quite stressful. So I would say the Blackmagic, let's just say full frame 6K, and then not the Pixies, because the Pixies will be a box. I want something small and then something big, which would be the big one. Would definitely be the FX9. So yeah. I don't want something too much. I know as you see me like I don't like Wala.
That Blackmagic. But I feel just F around. If I see the price come down, the price still there for second hand. Of course.
But the price no, I don't need at the close marking price no go down.
The last guy I see we have been reasoning with, the guy been wants to sell around 1K something, but of course it comes with
just a notifier.
No, 6K FF. Sorry, no be 1K, 1.5.
6K. I know because I'm like 1.6, 1.8.
Yes, this thing come with some accessories.
Pixies they reach
3K, 2.5, 3K. See, that's Pixies 6K.
You hear me?
I did hear you.
I know they hear you.
You hear me now?
Okay, I hear you now, yeah. So I think the Pixies
I go cut to that side, come out. Pixies.
I know, I think the Pixies are like 2.2, I think.
Yeah, 2.2, 2.5, 3K, something like that. Just 2.5, 3K, around that.
Then FX9, Omo. I'd already do my FX9 at like 6K pounds, guy. Like, 6K. Oh my god. Yeah, either 4.5 or wait. I know FX3 now like almost 3K now. FX6 is about 4K. FX9 should be about 6K, I think. Between 5 to 6K. I know I don't check them before. Yeah.
FX3 na around
So
4K, 3K, 4K. Yeah, FS6. Don't time for this FX. I beg. Maybe
oh boy.
FX.
Anyways, so that we don't go overstay. We normally reach 1 hour. So what should we be looking out for in terms of from 4:9 frames or like Eldaricardo? What should we be looking out for
Oh my,
in
watch
terms
out.
of your creative endeavors?
Okay, I go say watch out because I won't go full force now. Based on how things they be, because some kind of restrictions be likely been there, but very soon those restrictions go come out. And when those restrictions come out, who dance you
Take
now?
over.
Who dance you?
Well,
Oh my, don't do. No, they want me.
You never tell them say they feature for like Birmingham. I don't know, Commonwealth. I mean Olympics.
The team say those photos they my hard drive. Now England athletics.
Professional.
I go do now. Bashali. So
Basha. Oh boy.
So what if you do now parkour too? No do.
Oh boy. Basha. Oh my, I don't old dude. Jesus Christ. I think they get one guy to whether that's Samuel Peter, something like that.
I know even that one.
Now man like that.
Now Bashali I know because they do that guy a strong thing.
Oh boy.
They do that guy. Nigerian government wicked. I don't see. Devil from Nigeria.
I swear.
Nigerian government.
I don't go surprise
maybe next time our discussion will be based on how Nigeria they be like just things. Some kind of things will just they happen. Like now just ranting. We call it rant anuku.
Rant session. Oh boy. Bashali, Samuel Peters.
Nigerian go because when they do that guy been see for NTA that time. Now you won't go do one fight, but they no agree sponsor am. Promotional video wey I know that he use phone record that promotional video. Nothing this guy no do.
Oh boy.
He do nobody they look in face. I don't know, maybe he can't sick or something. I mean he don't park now safe.
At some point, if you just give up, man, at some point, because when you've tried, at some point you just feel defeated and you're like, maybe you just pass.
Let's see, we don't sacrifice for Nigeria very, very much. That's what you do.
Anyways, so for me, in terms of what to look out for next, I have a lot of things. Like, thankfully now I'm beginning to like document them, like type them. I have this document on my computer where once I think about it, I don't type them.
You're no good enough.
So, I don't want meditating. I want this serious, man. I said I just did joke with this thing, but I want this serious now. I promise, bro. Like I want this serious now.
Oh boy,
there's
heavy bread, like with that as in
like
money,
voice acting. So many like scene. I mean, like I said, I know they too watch movies like that, but so many scenes where we say like, when I did house, I always like they redo all these things. So I know shooting it may be a bit more difficult, but I could just have some times where I would just voicing, where I could just keep the camera just like this, and I'm just like doing like a voiceover, like trying to. The video could be playing, but I'm like doing a voiceover for whatever they're doing.
That's one. Many things. No worry.
Yeah, there's the acting one. There's the documentaries, which is still going to the documentary, which will still being played, and there's also like camera reviews, which I intend to do. It's just that I don't have a second camera. That's another thing that's kind of like limiting me. But I think I'll be using my phone anytime I want to like record something on this whole setup right here, which is just a basic thing. I'll just use my phone probably.
Yeah, just get the Blackmagic app, and you can record manually.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I intend to do, because I cannot be using this. This thing is just very frustrating.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways,
basically that's it.
It was really nice chatting. Yeah. I think we should be doing this, a little more often. The more we do it, the more we get better in terms of, passing down our thoughts and, just fluently, just talking generally. Just a good way to chill and, talk about these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's almost.
Oh, hello. That's all right. Thanks for having me on your show. I
hope
show.
To
come back to your show.
Not really my show.